of innovation, more than man could presume. The purpose of technology has always been to satisfy the man's hunt. From driving a car to living a dream for a year. Yeah, that's an Easter egg for the event. And behind this, take up this charge. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man behind my labs, the Sutradhar, Mr. Tapan Sangal. Sir, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much for coming here. I've been given a script and I've been told that I need to follow the script because they feel that I divert from the script, but I'm sorry, as usual, I cannot follow the script. I'll just speak whatever comes to my heart. And I would want to start by saying I'm honored to be presenting our first masterpiece, which is this immersive tech platform called the MayaaVerse. And it is this exceptional team led by Ashish who put it all together, which is going to revolutionize how content is produced and consumed. Believe me, what I'm talking about is a content which is photorealistic, a content which is true and to the real scale, a content which earlier was not being exposed to the mainstream media. We are going to make it possible. Our team has made it possible that this platform will bring this immersive content to the mainstream and people would gain the experiences that never heard of. And for this medium, who else but the man himself, Dr. Subhash Chandra, the father of Indian television, who has graciously agreed to unveil this new medium. Thank you, Dr. Chandra, for accepting to be our chief guest, and thank you so much for honoring with us with your presence. We also have Salusril sitting out here, who's the creative mind behind the films like Bahubali and RRR. Just to give you a glimpse, imagine what I'm trying to say. I imagine a viewer watching Bahubali on a MayaaVerse platform, and he's able to walk inside the set. He can walk inside the entire movie. Yes, that's the kind of experience that I'm talking about, and it's not very far. So without further ado, I would request Dr. Chandra to unveil for the first time to the world a glimpse of what MayaaVerse is all about.
Unveiling the limitless possibilities of the MayaaVerse. Welcome to my city, where echoes of the past beckon, and the ancient wonders of legendary Hastinapur await your discovery. Through the veils of time, uncover secrets of an ancient era within these secret caverns. Witness the epic tapestry of the Maya, where humanity's origins adore every carved facade and soaring spire. Step into a radiant door where the past fades into tomorrow's mosaic of endless dreams and possibilities. From sacred sanctuaries to digital runways, blur the lines where innovation meets limitless style. Experience fashion, evolving from virtual designs to real-world possibilities. Blend them into your own style with interactive shopping experiences. Experience art in ethereal guides, from galleries to gatherings that transcend earthly bounds. Immerse in euphoric beats amidst neon havens of bliss and holographic centuries. Behold, an eternal symphony of infinite potentials. Explore, shape, and merge virtual and reality in wondrous harmony.
Witness this historic grandeur I would like to take charge and take this event ahead by facilitating our esteemed guests. For this, I would like to call upon the stage our CBO, Mr. Ashish Minocha. Bring ahead the person who has been heading this vision of MayaaVerse. Our CBO, Mr. Ashish Minocha, I'll call him on the stage. Sir.
Now I want to make sure that we stand up to those expectations tall. So let's start with talking about MayaaVerse. First and foremost, we are MayaaVerse and we are not a metaverse. I will keep channeling back to this slide and talking about why we are not a metaverse and what we are. Now let me start with a story that started almost 40 years back. So if I go 40 years back, maybe I am the small kid sitting in that picture, seeing the television. We were hit by the television boom. And none other than one of our pioneers or the pioneers of Indian television sitting with us, Dr. Subhash Chandra. We know how it changed our view towards the world. From black and white televisions to color televisions, how the things evolved. Moving forward 10 years, we were hit by the internet revolution. The third thing was all around the mobile emergence. Starting with the feature phones, it gave a very different meaning to accessibility and mobility. That's where it hit us. But now the last 10 years is all about social media exposure. And none other than the media agencies and the people who are here understand what impact this revolution has on us. Because now, media, content, everything is so democratized that anybody sitting at their home can actually be a creator. And if the content is differentiable, then he can earn really good out of it. What it did establish, the journey of these last 40 years, did establish a very clear fact that content is king. Said so, if I come to today's era and when I talk to my teenage daughter about content, I think and any Gen Z which we talk to, they believe they are CEOs of their companies. If they have just a vlogging software and a hardware, and if they can create content and it's differentiating, they can really run a company. So that's how every Gen Z feels today. So how do we differentiate? What's the differentiator which makes some people successful and not the others? That comes from the emergence of something very, very new in the market, which is experience. And this is why we were so desperate to have this collaboration with Z. Z is one of the biggest creator of content, and what we believe, the platform that we are developing, MayaaVerse, can actually create transformative experiences which can, at the end, be more engaging to the loyalists or the customers of Z. Not only that, we believe that we can add a lot more into the kitty of Z and actually monetize it. So there is where this collaboration is coming from. So this was a bit of history which I wanted to talk about, but the key question is how are we different? And why now and why us? So that's the key question to answer. When we talk about why now, let me start by giving you some facts. In 2020, more than $120 billion of investment went into the metaverse, which tells us it's an industry which is growing. 79% of the consumers who are active in the metaverse actually did a purchase. There is e-commerce which is happening on the metaverse. The estimation is that around 4 to 5 trillion of revenue will flow in this industry by 2030, which is something which we are looking up to. 50% of all the events in the next few years will be run on metaverse. And this is not something which I am making up. This is from the McKinseys, the City, as well as the Gartners of the world which are telling. 5 billion or 63% of the population will be actually on the metaverse in the coming years. So this is the pool that we are addressing. Last but not the least, 25% of the people will be spending at least 1 hour in the metaverse for various activities. Now, who are these people? So there is a commerce, there is investment, there is commerce, there is revenue, and then we are talking about people spending time in the metaverse. Who are these people? So another report which I want to quote, it says that the people are across generations. It is not limited to a single generation. Maybe baby boomers, Gen X, Gen Z, millennials, everybody is going to spend considerable amount of time in the metaverse. Around 4 hours, which is literally 25% to 30% of your active time in your day, which will be spent in the metaverse on a per day basis. It's a huge number. Though it includes use cases which are the official use cases or the enterprise use cases. So you will have virtual meetings, you are doing maybe design in the virtual environment. But just like what happened with mobile, you all want the ancillary services to be on the same device. So there is where the opportunity is for us. Now, coming back to the slide, we are MayaaVerse, we are not a metaverse. So what are we? We are a complete tech stack, which is a combination of multiple technologies. Hardware, artificial intelligence is imbibed in our roots, and everything and anything we do today is accelerated by using AI. Security, IoT, interoperability, cloud computing, connectivity, digital ledger technologies, all of these technologies come to the fore and help us to create these immersive experiences. This also helps us to answer my first question, which is why now? You think about artificial intelligence. Today, it is available to the public. Hardware, it's on the fore, it's on the rise, it's almost peaking. You talk about digital ledger technology, it is getting embedded into each and every transaction that we do to make it secure. Connectivity from 5G and now 6G, it is supporting us. So all the facets which are needed to run this platform are on time, and that's why the time is now. Again, going back to the slide, if we are not a metaverse, who are we? I believe we are an Uber of the metaverses. There is a capability of our platform to have 70,000 distinct, different technology-based metaverses to be hosted on the MayaaVerse platform. We are the one which will connect each of them together and make sure that we give the user a choice to be in an experience of his perception. So he can have an experience of retail, he can have an experience of events, he can have an experience of learning. Any experience that he chooses to have is available on our metaverse. But who are the key stakeholders that we talk about them? I believe that we are a focal point between creators, businesses, and consumers. And how do we do that? Let's talk one by one. The first thing and the most important is the creator economy. We want to onboard communities of creators and user-generated content, which is very, very essential for our platform to succeed. What are we giving them? We are giving them a low-code, no-code platform, which enables them to just onboard very, very quickly. We are giving them IP protection. We are giving them opportunities to monetize. We have set up dedicated platforms like MyIPR and NiftyQ in our ecosystem to make sure their IP is protected and their IP can be monetized. The next, consumers. Consumers are the tricky ones, right? So when we talk about consumers, what they want is transformative experiences. What they want is power of expression. They want accessibility to all the content, and more than ever now, they want it in multiple dimensions with multiple senses incorporated. And that's what our target is. And they want it to be safe and social, and they want it to be dynamic and direct. So that's where a consumer is coming from. Now, each of the consumers or each of the person who will log into our MayaaVerse is a KYC enabled user. We can track who is the real person actually who is on the space and what are his activities which are happening. Though it's an open-ended, we want to make sure it is safe for everyone. So this is where we are coming from. Talking about businesses, what does the business want? Business want a low entry load. They don't want to get into the nuances of technology. They want the experience to be ready yesterday. So time to market, cost, and technology awareness is the biggest roadblocker for them. This is what we have solved for them. They want new revenue streams, so they already have omni-channel. The definition of omni-channel itself is changing, which includes now a 3D channel, which will enable the same experiences in a multi-sensory environment. Spaces where all these solutions will be delivered. So let me call on stage Smita Jain, who is the Chief Design Officer for MayaaVerse, to show you some beautiful work that our team of architects and I will not break the suspense, architects and the other team has done. Smita, all yours.
I'm kind of super excited and nervous too, and I may forget my lines, so please, I'm sorry for that in advance. So today marks the dawn of the new era, where the physical and virtual world blends seamlessly. We are all here to celebrate the revolution in design and experience. Welcome to my city, the first realm of MayaaVerse, which is a vibrant, living, and city which stretches beyond conventional limits. We've crafted the city spanning 100 kilometers with 17,000 interconnected, interoperable business opportunities. And this is brought to life with a dedicated team of 200 plus architects, designers, 3D visualizers, and many other experts. And we are all here calling ourselves as the Imagineers. This isn't just a city, this has a whole story, and like any other city, it carries history, heritage, and from there starts our narrative, which starts from 10,000 BC, where we define the Satya, the Vedas, and moves through 3500 BC, where we have shown Hastinapur, the rise of Hastinapur and the epic Mahabharata, to the modern city of today, where the modern and ancient architecture blends. This timeline is created out of imagination. This isn't a timeline which is created out of imagination, but it's a factual research that has been done behind this. With a backdrop of heritage and each and every place, it's not just a space, but an enabler of experience, interaction, and engagement. Once you spawn in the city, you can encounter many and distinguished venues. You can be a part of a learning and development center, a fashion show, or you can attend the premiere with any of your friends inside a beautiful venue. You can also move inside the temple. Choose the riverfront you want to be a part of and experience. This will revolutionize the way we create, consume, and monetize content. Experience MayaaVerse for yourself. Thank you. Now I would like to call our CTO, Mr. Anant Kaushik, who's going to explain the technology behind it. And
actually put the point saying that how we wanted to project the MayaaVerse. So we had to actually think a lot about it. How do we stack this technology in the most reliable and scalable format? So what we did is we have built a comprehensive solution to ensure that it can be tailored to any customer and any business. So that's why we have a 3-layered rack that you see, and we also see that how do we adhere to a larger audience. So we said, okay, let's build it into a modular format which can help customers to scale and rely on our technology in a much more global variation. Well, this is another thing. We also had to build a state-of-art engineering to ensure that it is device agnostic. Now you don't need high compute GPUs or high compute laptops to access our technology. You just need a quick mobile which is in your pocket or a laptop that's at your home desk. Now, with putting all this together, our platform has enabled use cases already for you. You know, you can build a metaverse or what I would say a MayaaVerse with us, where you can build a retail shop, you can build a event place, or you can build a own house of yours where you can live and enjoy the immersive part of it. Now, the big one, we have also included AI, which can help you in building photorealistic avatars, which is one of our best USPs in our platform. Well, we also have built interactive bots, which you will actually look while after this meet, you can actually interact with one of the interactive bots that we have. Now, putting that up, I would only say my final thing is that embrace the technology. This is very important because do not get overwhelmed. It helps you grow your business from where we are. And we also have a couple of things we say, you either build a MayaaVerse with us or you can port your own metaverse with us. Thank you.
Did I mention hardware? So this is not the only release or only expose which we are doing today. So there is something more in the kitty for us, which is, I'll call upon stage Sai Teja to talk about, he's our R&D head, to talk about the other thing that we are trying to reveal today. Sai.
Imagination is at the heart of what we do. So what we do is activating your imagination and in otherwise building immersive technologies. So we go back in the past, virtual reality has evolved since 1838 from its first version as a stereoscope. The headsets were clunky, headsets were having a lot of wires distributed, and there was something called video glove which was more compatible in 1985. And there were some things done by NASA, but all of this lacked comfort, design and accessibility to the current state of hardware that you see, right? And I famously remember this quote from Steve Jobs which says, innovation is what distinguishes between a leader and follower. And today, with our pioneering research, we are ready to be the leader to redefine how XR is consumed. And I'm very much thrilled to introduce all of you and the world Lumen XR, our platform and the hardware that unleash the full potential of immersive technologies. And time for its teaser to get the unparalleled immersion for the visuals that you see. We have meticulously researched among the first VR headsets to every headset that is available in the market and meticulously crafted a VR headset design that people can wear for longer hours. So it's super ergonomic and it comes with a custom-made display with 4K plus resolution and adjusted diopter size where you can watch truly detailed colors and not only the resolution and comfort, but it has one of the best performance. It's powered by the Snapdragon's Qualcomm XR2 plus Gen 2 processor, which is leading in the industry. It's also powered by a dongle, a 5G dongle to stream high fidelity graphics onto your Lumen XR device. So imagine a world where XR hardware becomes accessible to everybody like your smartphones and televisions. And that is a brink of new era, and Unverse is all here to lead that journey. We wish to work with all of you together and make XR accessible to everyone. Thank you so much. Redefine this whole system. Let's talk soon. Things are coming in Q4 of this year. Thank you so much. it's going to be. Thank you so much.
Which we want to build into the ecosystem. Last but not the least, live events. So how do I bring an artist who is on stage, who is doing a live event into the metaverse and bring it to everybody's house in a fully immersive way? Now, this is just a beginning. The MOU with Z is ready, and that's not all. This is just one of the media houses we are talking about. There's something big which is happening in Tokyo for us as well. We are about to sign something with Tokyo TV as well, which will give us a global audience, an expanded audience, and we will collaborate much further. So without further ado, I will request Tanuj.
Revolutionize the narrative of the Indian television industry by launching the country's first private satellite channel, ZTV, in 1992. From establishing India's first company to supply processed food grains to the Indian Army, to launching Asia's largest themed amusement park, his journey is a testament to his unwavering dedication and visionary mindset. A passionate philanthropist and a man with a golden heart whose contributions have been pivotal in building today's India. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly honored to have with us today one of India's leading media barons, the man hailed as the father of Indian television, the founder of Z Entertainment Enterprises Limited, and the esteemed chairperson of the SL Group, Dr. Subhash Chandra.
Namaste everyone. When I was sitting here, the film was being played in my mind. But before I talk about that, I must congratulate the founder team of My Labs, Tapan, Sangal, and all his colleagues. They have been working on this project for last more than 3 years. And why the film was being reminded, I was reminded of that day 33 and a half years back. Even when Ashok and we were starting ZTV, the first private sector television in India. Did not know much about it and didn't have too much money in the pocket to make a big announcement of the launch of first private sector television in India. Neither did we realize that small event which took place in an existing set of some movie production in Filmistan in Mumbai. That is what we could get free of cost to host the event of launch of ZTV. 1 hour of per day original programming will become an industry in India which today hosts almost 700 TV stations with almost 800,000 people working in this industry directly and indirectly about 18 to 20 lakh, 2 million people are engaged in that entire thing, including the cable operators, so many people. And why I'm saying that? Because it's not a issue, and today it's not about ZTV or Z. It's about my lab, about MayaaVerse. And what I'm a little bit engaged with them for the last 6 months.
wanted to take some equity in them. They gave me only small little 1% in my personal capacity. This what we are seeing today is going to become probably much bigger than what the TV industry today is in India. I wish you and everyone very best. I'm sure this will revolutionize the content creation as well as so many other things which you have told me in past 3, 4, 6 months. And as MJ Akbar and me were sitting and talking, the illusion is also real, or illusion is reality. That's why probably they have named it MayaaVerse. Of course, Ashish didn't want to go into philosophy and various things. But as we say, even when we see that the body is solid, this thing is real. This is real as of now. But human beings, when they sleep, they are in dream state. That time also it is reality. In that dream state, Ashok Kurian can become Prime Minister of this country and see himself fighting with somebody. All of a sudden you wake up and you see that you are sweating and your heartbeat is high because you are fighting with someone. So that time, that is the reality of that moment. So, and our Shastras do speak, this is not in a way real, this is all Maya. So, good that you have named it MayaaVerse instead of Metaverse, or Metaverse is renamed MayaaVerse. I hope and wish that the MayaaVerse will replace the word Metaverse in times to come. As far as your collaboration with Z, of course, I have nothing much to contribute in that. You all have directly talked to them and you're working. I'm sure, because I've been advising as Chairman Emeritus to Z that they should look for next generation of content. Because Z has been living and living ahead of everybody, ahead of the curve, to bring new technologies, new way of content creation. I wish them also very good. Their collaboration between you and them hopefully fructifies in a big thing. I won't take much time, I'm sure. I'm waiting, I'm well attired today to get my avatar made. They were telling me that they will get the avatar made in almost 1 or 2 minutes. I'm sure many of you will want to see your avatars. We'll be able to see ourselves some Oculus thing. My lab, who kind of acquired this one immersive company, and you have shown your creativity. Hopefully, this does the same job or better job than the Apple. They launched 6-8 months back their own creation, but you are probably competing with those big boys. My best wishes, don't be fearful ever that you are competing with big boys. Keep going and wish you again very best. Thank you very much for having me here today. Thank you.
So you have witnessed the trajectory of innovation in content consumption in India, right sir? How do you think this collaboration of Z and MayaaVerse will change the innovation curve in India?
And as I said earlier, we have seen in past, as Ashish said, past 40 years, the evolution of content creation, evolution of technology in various ways. And this is not going to stop here. It's continue. The technological developments will keep happening. And people, as we have seen, people now are, so far we have been consuming content. Our eyes watch the picture, video going on, we listen with the ears, and it arouses some of emotions in us, happiness or sadness, whatever the content is. Now people want to get totally immersed into the content, which means I want to be part of that video or whatever is happening when I'm seeing it. I want to become part of that family about whom we are listening. I also want to taste the food which they are making on the video. I want to smell what is happening in that scene. I want to, sitting here, if my grandson is living in New York, I want to play with him, table tennis or something, virtually, and feel that I am playing with him. Those kind of contents, the content creation will go to that level. And I think this company, MayaaVerse, is well. They are well in the way to give the world all kind of experiences. As they are headquartered in Silicon Valley in US, but a lot of work being done in India, Ashish and Tapan, all of you, as you have told me. I'm sure you are going to revolutionize the whole content creation and the experience of people.
Thank you so much, sir. We believe in your vision and we are looking forward to that. My next question would be to Mr. Sabu sir. Sir, the Indian cinema has been largely acclaimed for its grandeur. How do you think the new age technology like immersive and AI are going to revolutionize the filmmaking?
By itself, everyone knows it's an experience. But this one actually, when you say immersive experience, you are just brought into the. In fact, I was just mentioning it about being a part of yourself inside the world which you have created or the world which you want to see. It's an experience. So, technology-wise, there's been advancement of technology. It's a part of it. Like, we've grown so much from theatre to cinema. Today we have 3D films, and now this one has come. And moreover, the emotion and other things really plays a role. And it's even as far as experience concerned for education purpose, especially documentaries. So we're not talking alone about the entertainment films. The experiences will be fantastic because you can recreate the world which was there, which today is not possible in documentary. It might be a painting or a drawing. No, you can live in that space and experience it, like how they would have walked on those spaces. So I think it's a fantastic technology which has evolved, and I think we should utilize it to the maximum. And AI especially has made it so fast for us to, because while working on this, I used a lot of AI support for making concepts. It was very easy and faster than those days. When color Xerox machines came, photocopiers, we used to miss that. I was talking to Syrian about it, Korean about it, where the agencies when we used to work, we used to hand paint everything and make a dummy and show it to clients. This is how it's going to be. Today it's become so fast and easy. Computer, I think the best generation is here today to, I think the best generation today we have with technology and also they can take advantage of it.
Thank you, sir. I guess filmmaking is going to be revolutionized very soon with this idea. So my next question goes to Mr. Kurian. So the viewer behavior has changed over the time. Content consumers are changing into content creators now. What are your thoughts about this change of behavior in consumers and audiences along with the future of it?
Okay. Let me not come at this from a data and a research kind of view. I I think what we need to do is use this world of observation, which all of you and everything you guys are seeing. What does it take today when suddenly you don't need to go elsewhere and everyone around you is some kind of content creator? It takes my daughter and her dog. She starts doing videos of her dog and then putting voices on her dog, and the next thing you know is she's got a following, she's a content creator. There's my cousin and her baby. The baby starts talking, she's borrowing words which she's looking up somewhere or the other, nice, funny, cute phrases. She's a content creator. So it's moving into such an amazing rapid space that every single person in this room can be a content creator. And if you're smart, and if you're clever, and if you're witty, you start getting audiences, and you larger and larger audiences, and you monetize it. Now, this is my personal opinion, worry. If every Tom, Dick and Harry can become a news channel, who do we believe? Who do we trust? Because if I'm convincing and I speak like I know, and I met Mr. Tapan last night and he told me this, you can just get away with what no one should get away with. Now, let's move out of the news area. I think that's a territory I don't want to go into. So I'm going to come down to one word at the end of all this. Now, look at the medical space. Now, wellness and health being, we're all interested. We've got fat, we've got diabetes. There are 50 different people today on my phone who can tell me how to handle my diabetes. So, who do I need to listen to? How do I know that their profile is real? When a guy says, I've been in this university and that university and that hospital, has he cooked it up, or is he real, or is he just a great actor? So, are we going to be consumers, or are we going to be confusers? I think people are going to get more and more confused with this enormous proliferation of content creators, which is every single way you look, you find one. And the final answer is going to be trust. At the end of it, the person who builds trust is going to survive. And if you're transparent, and I think this is what Tapan and this team are trying to do, create transparency, create your ability to know where you are, who you, and the difference between fact and fiction and reality and non-reality, but that trust will take you through. And I think that's what we need.
Thank you so much, sir, for your illuminating insights. Now over to you, Mr. Minocha. As now MayaaVerse is unveiled to the world, what are your plans to escalate it now? And what is the future that you look forward to?
I think we took some time to define our vision, steady the path. Also, service association with us in the last 6 months has helped us to really clarify what's the path to be taken. It's the time to run, and my top 3 or 4 priorities, or the 4 C's which I look at, is first is collaborations. We have started with this e-collaboration. Total TV is coming. We have other few bespoke clients in the pipeline. So that's my priority. Second is community. So we want to create a large community across our ecosystem, a community of contributors, a community of creators, which feed us with a lot of content, in addition to a big chunk of content which we need to transform from the Z's library. And third is around clarity in terms of thought. I think we have paved a very nice vision for us, and we want to be steadfast on that vision, run that vision through, take feedback, tweak our approach, and move forward. It's exciting times. It took a lot of effort to come to the stage today and launch MayaaVerse with the trailer, working on the hardware. We have reached the stage with a lot of hard work of 200 plus 300 people working in the backstage around it. Now it's our moral responsibility to take it fast as possible, to the consumers who really deserve it.
So that's what I believe is my vision to go forward.
Congratulations on creation of MayaaVerse. Now that it is being created, are there any plans on the Unveiling for integration with major apps?
To start with, our priority is to get the content in. And whatever you saw on the screen, whatever the venues, the opportunities you saw on screen, each of them we have made in such a way that they're linkable to take forward to any of the social media apps, any of the consumer apps, as well as connecting to the ecosystem of e-commerce, be it the Amazons of the world, the Minochas of the world, is interconnectable. It is device agnostic. Sir was talking about the Apple Vision Pro, talking about the Oculus Quest. All of these devices are also compatible, and we will have our app ecosystem on those platforms as well. We are not a restrictive platform. We are an open-ended platform, enabling everybody to be onboarded on our platform and delivering content to each and every platform. So the vision is very, very clear.
वेबसाइट पे जाएंगे, आज की डेट में हमने ऑलरेडी 4 से 5 एक्सपीरियंसेस लॉन्च किए हैं, एंड अगले 2 से 3 हफ्ते में और 1 महीनों में यू विल सी एवरी वीक, हर हफ्ते एक नया एक्सपीरियंस वी विल ट्राई टू लॉन्च. And this is what we are trying to get into. We don't want the buzz to die down. We want more and more content to come onto our platform, and it's just started, and you'll see how we move forward and run fast.
Marvelously explain how MayaaVerse is going to help, a lot of people in future. But if I talk about specifically content creator, as you mentioned content creators so many times, so how are they going to get help with this kind of technology?
So I believe talking about India, the rural and the urban economy doesn't today understand the power of the content they are creating, how much revenue a piece of content can generate. And also the laws and the ecosystem doesn't support them to very quickly IP protect their content. So what we have done is we have created a platform called MayaaIPR, which enables single click to make sure that that content is associated with you. It gives you a certificate that you are the creator at that particular time of that content. Anybody who infringes, this is something which you can take to the fight. That's one. The second part is also people don't realize, the creators, that how do you really monetize. So the second part, or the application that we have built, is called NiftyQ, and I'll share that details with you with the press, which enables any digital asset to be put in the market on your terms and conditions. It can be royalty based. You want to do a sale of an art which you have created, you have written a script, you have written some music, anything and everything which is digital can go onto that platform and can be extrapolated to the world outside and monetized. So that's the type of ecosystem that we have created for the content creators.
Just watching it, because this is a very important question that you've asked. I just wanted to add something to it. See, we are living in a world of AI, and there are a lot of creators that we have in our company as well, and they all come and tell us that what will happen in the AI front, because people are now relying upon AI for the creation of content. Now I just want to take a step back and just give you a few anecdotes. Man-made shoes, you pay more. Organic food, you pay more. Man-made. So Zuckerberg, when he announced his LLM, he mentioned one small word, that some of the codes were man-made. So the point is that we are living in an AI world where the creativity or the right to creative intelligence is what we are trying to put together. So MayaaIPR, what Ashish just mentioned and we disclosed, what it would do is it would stamp, it would also put a fingerprint on the man-made creation. It can be deciphered between if it is an AI or man-made content, and just like in a human body there is a DNA, if somebody has copied your content, you can even trace that. So that's the kind of tech that we are going to disclose next. So that's how we want to help the creator world. We want the creators of the world to own their own creation. So that's what our platform would do. So while MayaaVerse is converting it into one specific part, which is immersive, but for immersive, the creators doesn't have to only think immersive, They have to be just creators, and if they are creators, their creation should be their right, and it is their responsibility to own it, and we will just support that. So we are basically working towards empowering the creators globally through our tech, through a mix of tech. Thank you.
Mr. Tapan Sangal to come on the stage so that we can capture this historic moment with our prestigious luminaries.
I wanted to take another couple of minutes to talk about the collaboration that we are having with Z. Spoken about hardware, which Sai presented. Let's talk about the Z factor. Sorry, I used the name of your book to represent this. But what we are trying to do with Z is multiple things. Virtual events, trying things like Saregama, Z Cine Awards. How can I bring this into a virtual environment? That's something we are looking at. Exclusive content for people. How can I give some backstage footage in full 3D for somebody to experience